It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, Week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football...
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rivera. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Dolphin football. Throwing Jones. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be out right at the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's up. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage, came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
On third down, Jones.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now Carter to start the drive.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Adams, the man in motion left. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Carter once more.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He gets this to Davante Adams.
And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. The Jets at 5-7 now on the year. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Off play action. Rivera. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. It got his man complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. In today's NFL, you know, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. In motion, Hill.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Michael Carter.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Jets have taken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Well, every quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback, loves to have plays like that from a guy running the ball.
Takes a lot of pressure off the youngster, doesn't it? He doesn't have to throw the ball in bad situations. Just turns around, hands it to his big horse. And we've seen rookie quarterbacks ride great runners right into the playoffs.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
On 1st down, right back to Carter. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 159 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Ready. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivera. Throw left side complete. That's Hill.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Ready. Slot man moves right. They'll run with Carter. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Ready? One more time with Carter.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, snapped at the 11.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Davante Adams, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Jones. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. And he finds McLaurin. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A give for Taylor running right side.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
They run once more with Taylor.
And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Out to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Here's Jones throwing on first down.
That's complete to Mooney.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Off play action. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Rivera. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
They're going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Here we go. Here we go. Light blue. Complete.
The final shot before break. Rivera. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you got no shot then.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
In motion, Hill.
Opposite. 3. Net red. Yellow.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivera. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Rivera. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now,
as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys
looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Ready, break.
Throwing to start the drive. Rivera. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Shot, 17. Ready.
Off the play fake. Rivera. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Rivera. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Dolphins force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hines.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Running left, Taylor.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
Dancing away at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
42 yards rushing for him now as he's carried him 13 times.
They go play action here on first down.
He hits Mooney going across the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
On second and 11 now. Jones. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down.
Well, in my time in football, I've yet to see a playbook that draws up offensive plays designed to lose yardage. A running play loses yardage on first down. They try and throw it, take a sack on second down. What can the offensive coordinator come up with here on third down?
Now Jones to throw on third down. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Velus Jones.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. They'll let Taylor try and run.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here we go, set.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Green jack.
Throwing again. Rivera. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Zone ready.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Another run on second down with Carter.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
178 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for the leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Ready, ready. Jackrabbit, jackrabbit. Ready.
Carter will try the right side. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Let's go.
13 yards remaining on second down.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Looking to throw. Rivera. That's out to Hill, right side complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Hey, green. Stand.
Davis Price on 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
His 6th rushing touchdown on the year, number 8 overall. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. And plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he wisely will throw that one away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. On the handoff, the This is Taylor. Dodges him at the 50. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
65 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Jones on 3rd down. He's going to let this one go deep.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 34.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback there.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start on the ground. Carter. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Back to throw. Rivera throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Adams. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Running left, Davis Price.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
It's so close. He gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Michael Carter with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball in his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there. It's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he is in for the score. So how about this? A horrible mistake leads to a defensive touchdown, and a 2-point conversion will tie it. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers,